welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're talking about things I've learned from being a prepper. I've been prepping for quite a while and genuinely live a prepping lifestyle and have been so as a part of my culture really. But we are in this video discussing the things that you might find you probably relate or understand as well. It's most of the things that we learned to understand about the world and about the whole preparedness thing, which you probably relate to some extent as well. So I will split this video into two parts, okay, so you don't get bored listening to my voice for a very long time. So without further ado, let's get started. So number one, guys, you will never be prepared for everything 100%. As a prepper, how we go, guys, we'll see what's happening outside, we'll see what's happening in the world, we'll see what's happening with the nature, we'll follow the news, we'll follow certain things, and then we'll make our assumptions and educated choices, and then we'll prepare for that. In many cases, of course, we're preparing for multiple other scenarios because, well, you just don't know what's around the corner. However, there are some things I'm pretty sure that we don't know could possibly happen and we can't even comprehend. I've done some research and I sort of read somewhere that it says that apparently us as an average Joe and the government, there's a 10 years of knowledge difference. And we're talking about the 10 years, guys. We're talking about there's a technology. There's some technology going on there that we're not even aware or couldn't even comprehend. And then we're talking about something that government is fully aware of and currently working on and potentially using already. It's just not known to an average Joe. And we're talking about 10 years gap. A lot can happen in 10 years, okay? At the same time, they're also relevant to things like the aliens and all the other secret documents that they're hiding from us. If you know, obviously, they'll take you years, and then they can release this, which is no longer classified. Things like this. So basically, there's a 10 years in knowledge of anything that's happening between ourselves and the government. So 10 years. So there will be things out there, guys, that we couldn't possibly even prepare for because we're not even aware that it actually exists or potentially even planned for us. So the point is, guys, yes, we're preparing for things like natural disasters, wars, nuclear attacks, you know, some of us maybe preparing for zombies or for the end of the world. This is absolutely fine. But the point is, and this is my opinion and probably my opinion only unless you share the same opinion, that you'll never be 100% prepared for what is coming. And even, guys, take into the account potentially the things you're preparing for, I still don't believe we can just be 100% prepared. We might be 100% prepared physically in terms of having the things that we need to deal with the situation, but I'm still pretty sure that even mentally there'll be part of us that won't be ready for what's happening. So number two, preparedness takes time, takes a long time. As my motto is, guys, prepping is a way of life. It's not something you just acquire and get yourself ready for in an instant. Of course, preparedness, guys, involves having a stock up of food. This is absolutely food and water. But at the same time, of course, guys, it's skills and abilities to do certain things. Even if you have totally huge disposable income and you can go and just buy yourself everything in one go, like we're talking about the self-defense items, I don't know, build yourself a bunker, stock up a lot of food, that's absolutely fine. But eventually those things will run out. And even with having a huge amount, you'll still be in a position where you will require to do certain things or deal with certain things, or be able to then still go and forage, go preserve your own food, cook something from limited resources. And this is the part of the preparedness that will take time, and it takes a lot of time. Learning skills is the hardest part of prepping. Buying things is easy. You just go and click the button or just go in the shop and you buy stuff. Learning skills, and we need a lot of skills to be a true prepper and be truly ready for every scenario. It takes a very long time. So this is where my motto comes in. The prepping is a way of life. I mean, trying to incorporate the whole thing into my lifestyle and doing things not because I have to, but because I want to. If you follow the channel, guys, you know I'm one of those people that I want to be able to do every single thing without relying on somebody or government or something. Whether it be preserving my own food or brewing my own beer, brewing my own wine, I want to know how to do things myself. And I feel as a prepper, it's really, really important, and that's what takes the longest time. Number three, people who are not preppers will always make you think that you're crazy, or they will say that you're crazy. I had multiple messages and multiple emails. You're saying that your friends or your family, they think you're absolutely bonkers for being a prepper. Okay, it happens a lot, and I'm pretty sure half of my family and friends probably whoever knows, probably also think that we're just a little bit tad bonkers and tad crazy, or have some sort of chemical imbalance in our brains that we feel like, you know, we are just crazy. Anyway, this is how it is. This is how it is. I've learned to realize, okay, there are 3 types of people. The people that preppers, the true preppers, the people that truly not preppers, and truly just have no desire, no ability, maybe ability, but truly have no desire out of whatever reason, whether they've just been ignorant with what's happening in the world, I don't know. And there's the people in between. There's the people in between that are kind of want to prepare but a little bit unsure, or think that maybe they think that other people are going to think they're crazy. But there are 3 types of people. But the people that only are the non-preppers will always think that we are crazy conspiracy theorists or crazy people that just prepare. But remember this, guys, in the SHTF situation, you're the one that's prepared. And of course, as a preppers, we don't want to deal with all those situations. We're preparing for the worst, but we're hoping for the best. But don't let them get you down, okay? You just cannot change those people. They always think that we're weird because we choose to prepare or choose to make sure that our family is provided for in any sort of hardship. And again, you think that people would realize that it's not necessarily, because not everybody prepares for the nuclear war or generally for war. Some people just prepare just because things are tough and things are getting tougher. So just bear this in mind and kind of, you know, if they think you're crazy, do you know what, just like whatever, just don't worry about it. They're just going to think you're crazy, but you're crazy, and I'm sure you'll be smiling one day. So it brings me down to a number 4, is stop pushing your prepping idea to those kind of people. That people that are not preppers would not open themselves to any sort of criticism or idea. And I know that happens to everybody, I'm sure. And again, few of you have been emailing saying that you've been trying to persuade people to open their eyes and understand what's happening in the world. I'm come to the conclusion that by now, if you are a sort of a middle-aged, that, you know, a person that lived through what we've lived through for the past few years, if that has not opened your eyes to think, do you know what, I really don't want to go and stand in a queue with my face mask on my face, queuing up for a bit of pasta that's now out of stock, or a bit of tin potatoes, so basically being rationed food. So if that hasn't made you realize, haven't made them realize that, you know, this is what ideally needs to be done, is to be prepared, so you don't have to go through or put your family through that, you will not change those people. So stop pushing that idea. People in between, you know, the 3 kind of people, preppers, non-preppers, and ones in between, you have more chance of convincing because they're kind of already halfway there. They already have that seed planted in them. So you can have a go and trying to convert those people or convince those people to prep. However, I still have a rule of thumb, guys. It's you give people 3 opportunities, okay? If you really feel that you want to empower somebody with the prepping knowledge and prepping thing, then give them 3 goes. And we're talking about on 3 different occasions. Explain, first of all, just explain why you do this. Point out to them why they would want to potentially do this, and then point out the things that are currently happening in the world or happened in the world in the past, and see how that benefit them going forward if things get harder. If those 3 goes didn't work, guys, then just leave it alone. You just would not convince those people. Those people have a different mentality, and they're always going to have one of those things like, it's not going to happen, because they just still think nothing's going to happen, and yet things already been happening. So just leave them alone. And I'll bring you to number 5, which will be the final one for this video, guys. There's always going to be new things that are popping up there that you would want to have or want to learn. I found this just as how it is, okay? To some people, to you, that could be self-defense items or bagging our bags, whatever people. We all as the preppers have our own little things that we kind of want to hoard, but things they would like to explore and learn about and have. For me, of course, is a figure. There's probably kitchen things, that food preservation items, kitchen gadget, kitchenry things, basically. And for some of you, there'll be totally different things. However, there's always going to be a point that you will get something and you think it's like the best thing since the sliced bread, and then you use it, oh, that's going to help me in my preps a lot, you know. But something later on will come out and you're like, oh, but that's even better. That's, you know, that could do even more things. As technology moves on, things move on, different products come to the market. It's only natural. If you want to have the best of gadgets and things to kind of take you through your prepping journey, it's always going to be the same. Things come up all the time. things change all the time. You learn things as well. You understand things better. I now understand why people say when you get older, you get wiser. If you're one of those people like a sponge and you want to learn, you'll just soak in things, okay? And at the same time, you would want to explore more to make yourself a better person. And that's where my part of always having things to want to learn or to explore or to do or to purchase is always going to be there. I think it's just part of the preppy mentality. So anyway, guys, so we covered 5. So as I said, that's going to be part of that, well, part 1 of my video, because I don't want to keep you there for too long. So, well, thank you for watching. The part 2 will be coming up very soon. Please comment below. I would like to hear, if I'm not the only one that's making those observations of things that I've learned so far, please comment below, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.